Okay, in this first lesson in trig equations, we're going to look at trig equations we did in Intermediate 2 or National 5. So the question says, solve this equation for 0 degrees is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 360. So give answers between 0 and 360 to this equation, values of x we're looking for. So in a sine wave, there will be two answers to this because of the symmetry of the graph. Okay, so we're looking for two answers that give 2 sine x take away 1 equal to 0. First thing we need to do is rearrange it to get sine x equal to a value. I'm going to add 1 to the other side, so we get 2 sine x equals 1 just by using our rules of equation work, and then divide by 2 to get sine x is equal to a half. At this point, we look to see if the sine wave is positive or negative. Now we can see quite clearly here it's positive. So we move to our all sine tan cos, and we look for the two places the sine wave is positive. Now it's positive here in the first quadrant between 0 and 90, and it's also positive between 90 and 180. So the two places we're looking for solutions are here and here. So the first quadrant, we have to work out what the relative acute angle is, or the related acute angle. Sometimes it's called the base angle as well. So to do that, you inverse sine a half, and that comes out to be 30 degrees. So that's our first answer, 30 degrees here. And to get the second solution, the graph is symmetrical, about 180 degrees, so we go backwards from 180 to get an answer of 150. So two solutions, 30 degrees or 180 take away 30, which is 150. Next example, we're going to look at 4 cos x plus 2 equals 0. We're looking for the two solutions in the cosine wave that make this true. So same as before, subtract the 2 from both sides, so we'll get 4 cos x equals negative 2, and then divide by 4, so cos x is equal to negative a half. We look to see if this is positive or negative, the cosine wave at this point. We can quite clearly see it's negative because we're at negative a half. Sketch out your all sine tan cos and find out where the cosine wave is negative. Now we can quite clearly see that here the cosine wave is negative where there's an s. That s means only the sine wave is positive there, so everything else is negative. And here only the tan graph is positive, so that means everything is negative there, apart from tan. We then want to find our relative acute angle, or our base angle, which is the first quadrant result. To do that, we inverse cos positive a half. You always inverse cos to the positive value. First quadrant answers are always positive. And that comes out to be 60 degrees. So the first answer we're looking for is not 60, because the first answer we're looking for is in the second quadrant. So we go back 60 degrees from 180 to get our first solution. And forwards from 180 to get our second solution. I've written them down in a different order here, but that doesn't matter. So 240 degrees or 120. This answer is 240, this answer is 120.